everybody? It's your boy Seriously here with everybody. We got another week of the Black Balance, and we have a full panel here with us today. This is going to be our part 2 from months ago when we were talking about relationships and things like that.
Episode 4, I think it was. Episode 3 or 4.
Yeah, man, it was a while ago. So this is going to be part 2. We're bringing back. This is the return of L-boogie. Hey, L-boogie.
Hey, y'all.
What's going on? We've got Adrian is on vacation, everybody, and he's still putting that work in. Appreciate you, Adrian.
Damn right.
Appreciate you. You're a trooper. And then we have first timer, new to the stage, blessing the mic, blessing the camera, Suave McGov over there. B Fry, what's happening, B?
What it do, Bob? I'm out here. Let's have some fun.
All right, cool. So like I said, this is the relationship pod. For anybody who was on Twitch, anybody who was on Facebook, I'm going to try to keep up with the comments here. As always, if you all have any things that you all want to discuss, any topics, any cool relationship questions, most definitely put them in the comment section. And we'll get into it. But in the meantime, we got our own stuff that we want to talk about. And first things first, let's talk about Kevin Samuels, because that's like a big. That's one day I opened up my phone and then everything just Kevin Samuels. He is easily the most hated by women and the most loved by a particular group of men. I'm not going to say all men. A particular group who have heralded him as the Godfather. Kevin Samuels is a content creator who he makes
light's good.
It's great, Adrian.
It's excellent, Adrian.
Yeah, who makes his content through he says he represents high value men. And he has a lot of female callers call into his show, and they say that they're looking for a high value man. And he tells them, based off of who they are, whether or not they can, they're fit to get a high value man, or do they need to lower their standards a bit? Now he goes viral most of the time because of the delivery of how he tells the women if they're fit to be with a high value man. And a lot of times the delivery is straight to the point, cut to the chase. Hey, listen, you are 39 years old with 4 kids looking for a high value man. Most likely that's not going to cut it. You are 320 pounds and 5 foot nothing, and you're looking for a high value man. That's not going to cut it. Comments like that is what has caused him to go viral. And that's why the women, they don't like him. And they say, how dare he? How could he? You know what I mean? Well, he has the nerve. So he is he gets a lot of personal attacks because of the content, but he has gone through he's made the effort to say, I don't just speak about women this way, I also speak to the men, and I speak to the men the same way I speak to the women. So he has shown that he does not differentiate from man and woman. However, he does that so much that he has shown that he does not differentiate from men and women in the bedroom as well. Recently, during one of his podcasts, one of his shows, I'm trying to recall how it happened. I know the video was out there, but he was doing one of his shows, and it seems though he had a camera in his bedroom. And so just like on my screen, if I can slide certain windows into view, and everybody on Twitch and Facebook will be able to see. It's kind of the same thing with his setup. So it seems as though he accidentally sent that slide into view, and it showed a camera that was pointed at a bed, and there was a man in the bed knocked out. He was laid out, just sleep under the covers, snuggled up real good, real tight. Like, he was very familiar.
You ain't got to say snuggled up like that.
Very, very
you ain't
familiar.
You ain't gotta say snuggled up like that. He was in there with a teddy bear and a blanket.
he was comfortable. He was like, he's been there before. He was comfortable. That's what it seems.
Is that his first time?
Yeah, it definitely wasn't his first time.
Baby brother.
It could have been. It could have been.
What happened was
Could have been a
somebody
family member, you know, a cousin, a close one.
So
or somebody slept on the wrong side of the bed during footage time.
during
I told you you have the right side between 2:30 and 8. I told you that.
So this happened. The social media world blew up, and everybody was looking for Kevin Samuels to respond to something. Say something. You've been caught. You exposed yourself. Say something. Kevin Samuels went back to work like, all right, I'll take a day off to see if I can manage this. And the next day I'm going right back to my show. I'm going live on Instagram. I'm putting it up on YouTube. He went back as if it was, like it was nothing. He didn't respond to anything.
I mean, that's what booty
Why would he
warriors do.
respond?
I mean, honestly, like, really, is it any of our business what his sexual entity or situation is? Like, is it really?
If the message is clear, it doesn't matter who it's coming from. It could be a crackhead. He telling you don't do crack, and he's smoking crack. I'm like, hey, he know.
First of
He
all,
probably shouldn't do that.
Don't do this right here, brother.
What he promotes, which I don't understand why anybody gives him the time of day and consider his opinion anyway, but at the end
Some
of
of
the
it's
day,
not
like,
wrong.
I feel like he's just saying what
Some of
any
his
natural
opinions
person
and
would say, I think, but it's like you said, it's his delivery.
Mm.
Like if you as a person are gonna have standards like, oh, I want a guy who has money and this or whatever, you can't think that it's not gonna be and vice versa for you. Like you can't set a standard and not meet us like somewhat of a standard because somebody's gonna have that same standard for you. But like Shane said, it's really just his delivery. It's kind of like, okay, these are your standards for this person, whether woman or man. But okay, what do you got going on?
But
Like,
does delivery really matter? If I say, hey, it's hot, if I yell hot or say it softly, it's still hot.
listen
Does
to
it
this.
matter how I say it's hot?
Well, yeah,
If
because
you have-
people say tone of voice and the way you say things is people seem to think more about how you look and how you're saying it than the actual words being said. Because I could say, "Hey, look, girl, you don't look the part." Or whatever, right? But if I say, "Hey, girl, let me tell you something. You are not looking the part. Your mouth." It's like, wait a minute. Why is she giving all this and why is she telling? It is really a big difference,
But also, it's Kevin Samuels. As arrogant as he is, do you think he's gonna respond to anybody else's shit? You think he's gonna respond to any comments about himself? He don't care. He told a girl, "Bitch, get off my phone" one time because she said, "Hey, you can't talk to me that way." He said, "Bitch, get off my phone." You think he's gonna respond to any Instagram? Or I got a man on my bed, so I got two. And
But my question is, can you get mad at the response if you calling in knowing how he's about to respond to you?
No.
They shouldn't be.
No.
I don't understand. Yeah,
You get what I'm saying? Like, I don't like the way
Yeah.
you talk to women, but you're calling. I don't like these fries, but man, something about McDonald's. Like, why are you still going there?
Now, Kevin Samuels have said that.
All right.
He said, "Yeah, people see the things that go viral. Those are the things that you're obviously going to see. So you're going to see those times when he's, it sounds like he's downing a particular female. He's saying unfavorable things about a woman. You're going to hear those things, and those are the things that are going to go viral." And he's like, "Hey, look, I don't have any control over what goes viral." But as a person, like I've watched this show a few times or whatnot, and I've listened to from beginning to end, and he's not saying that to every single person that calls in. A lot of times, it's a lot of civilized conversations that's taking place, and then every
Why
now
you look
and
like
then,
you about to try to find your last victim?
I'm walking around so I stay in good life.
There she go, right there. There she is. There she go.
I got it.
Heather.
on the
Hold on,
streets.
bro. Hold on, bro.
On the streets. What Kevin was saying is like, I can't help what goes viral. He says now a lot of times he gets attacked, with people saying, "Listen, who do you think you are? You're no psychologist, you're no psychiatrist, you're no doctor, you're no, to be giving out this help and to be talking to women like this and stuff like that." And he's like, "Listen, I tell people they need to go see a therapist all the time. When I'm speaking to somebody, I say, listen, I don't have that answer. I can't help you. It sounds like you need to go see a therapist." He says that all the time. So it's like, I understand from his point of view how he speaks, when he speaks, because a lot of times when someone gets buck with him, he gets buck back.
And honestly, that makes a lot
when
of
he get buck back, but when he get buck back, he go for the throat.
Just know when he gets buck back, it's going viral.
But it makes a lot of sense now. It makes a lot of sense now that he has a guy in his bed. He's fussing with women.
He's fussing with
women. They just fussing now. Huh?
He's also getting at some of the guys as well. I've seen the one guy where he went straight for like, what's your, I mean, and I ain't gonna lie, he's very raw. He's like, you know, what's your penis like? I'm like,
look, no. He said, do you have a big dick? That's what he told the guy. Like, I don't know any grown man ask about another grown man. Do you have a big dick?
Well, by that answer, it might have been yes. Who was in the bed?
I'm just saying. Look, my only thing with him, he is so, because we have like the Steve Harveys, you have all these people like that. And then he comes out of nowhere and goes, I'm gonna punch you right in the face.
He's the Dave Chappelle. He's the Dave Chappelle of what you call that? What is it called? Of relationship advice. He's the Dave Chappelle.
But Dave Chappelle makes sense. Kevin Samuels is saying
Chappelle gives you perspective before he's gonna say it, and he's gonna be like, this is where it's coming from, like this perspective behind it. He's not doing that.
All Kevin Samuels is doing is using no filter. Yeah, he's like, I'm not gonna filter it to you. I'm gonna give you straight like this. Yeah. Hey, you got a big dick? You 300 pounds? What you got to offer? Damn, bro. Right.
Mm-hmm. And you work at Target? Oh no, you can't say you.
That particular video, that was hilarious because he's telling the guy, he's like, you want this? You want the woman's got to look bad. She got to have a job. She got to have this. All right, what you got? He's like, you got a job? The guy was like, I mean, you know, I'm making minimum wage. Well, how much do you weigh? I'm about 320. Well, how tall are you? Shit, I'm about 5'5". Do you have a big dick? My man was like, huh? Do you have a big dick? Huh? Well, what you mean? Nigga, you can hear me, nigga. What do you have a big dick? I mean, it's okay, I guess. Okay, you're 300 pounds, you're 5'5", you're working minimum wage.
He was trying to figure out that if he was his type. How much you weigh? What's your favorite color? You like purple? Oh, see, that's why we ain't gonna work right now. You like purple.
But the thing is, if you listen to that video,
that nigga
he laughs the guy off the air. He laughs the guy off. He like laughs at him. That's the part that's fucked up. He laughs at you as you're getting off. So you leave there already fucked up when you calling him. Now you're like, damn, should I go kill myself?
He didn't say I was calling him. That's what I don't understand.
He didn't say I was there to help you. He said, listen, you think you good enough for a high value woman? All right, let me hear you. What you got?
Basically, yeah.
Nah, that ain't it.
It's okay. Is he right?
That ain't it.
Is he right?
But what are we talking about? High value woman. What are we talking about? High value woman. High value man. What's that?
The same thing.
Based on what they're describing, based on the standards
they want somebody to. Yeah.
Go ahead, L-boogie.
No, because I was saying he's on, I think, only basing off of what they're saying. Like the same thing with a female. She's like, okay, I want him to have, this job, and he needs to look, this way, and he needs to be able to do these things. And then he's like, okay, so he's picturing this perspective of whatever you're saying, and so he goes and looks at you, and he's like, okay, well,
how you gonna get that?
Like, well, first of all, I think with the girl, he had her rate herself. Then he was like, rate yourself.
And you can't say 7. Rate yourself, and you can't say 7.
That's fucked up.
Because everybody says 7. Everybody says 7, so you can't say 7.
It was fucked up is these women are lying. I'm a 10. To who? You a 10 to who? Who are you a 10 to, bruh? Like, who are you a 10 to, love? To her?
So Phenom said the question he has is with the man that was in Kevin's bedroom. Phenom raises a good question. Says, how do you know it was his bedroom? And could it be a guest room? And absolutely right.
It could have been his cousin. It could have been anybody. You have so many questions.
And that's why I think if you Kevin Samuels, you don't have to respond to anything. That camera didn't say Kevin's bedroom. It could have been anywhere in the house.
How was the so-called cousin or family member sleeping.
Oh, he was
knock like he
was
just
on
got
his
some dick
side.
knock.
He was, oh man,
He-
I don't
yeah,
know.
he was like-
I don't
like-
know. I don't know.
He looked freshly fucked. Put it that way. He looked freshly
Did they
fucked.
sleep on their side?
Freshly
Did they
fucked.
sleep on their
Did
side? I
he
don't
look
know what.
dehydrated?
I don't
He
know.
was freshly fucked. He was
Was he
dead.
out of breath?
Know the picture, but like, even does that even matter though? No matter how this person might have been sleeping, like the audience said, like, how do we know that wasn't a guest room? How do we not know this could have been any part of the house? No matter how they were sleeping, it doesn't matter. You don't have any other thing to go off of, like.
Exactly.
And besides that, we're past that whole age.
What age of what?
High, then it doesn't really matter.
We're past the age of like, and somebody having like a down low boyfriend. Man, we're past that shit. That if he has it, whatever, that's fine.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah,
so
it's
here's my question. And Phenom said something. He says he claims he had his YouTube up for 5 years and at first was critiquing men and gave the same energy when he was giving the ladies. Now I've heard him say that before. So what he said was he had his YouTube up, like you said, for 5 years, and before he was just talking to men, and he was
That's
talking
what he liked.
and he
That's
was
what he
talking to
preferred.
men like that. Now
He was flirting.
He didn't go viral until
Until
he
he got
started
the-
talking to the women.
Uh-huh.
Now, my question is, with
Was he gay the whole time?
that's not my question. My question is, let's just hypothetical. Let's say that guy that was sleeping in the bed is something more than just a cousin, more than just a friend in the guest room or whatever. Let's say they are involved. Even if Kevin Samuels was to come out and say that he's gay, does that change the message of what he's been saying this whole time?
No, because he has perspective on both.
It might make it more personal to women because they might feel like, well, you don't like women anyway. And you're only trying to dog us out because you don't like us.
Okay. First of all, nothing judges a woman better than a gay man.
Okay. Go that way. But again, why are we even giving, like, then don't call in. Don't give him.
No.
But you're right. Some women are going to be like that, Brandon. They're gonna be like, wait a minute, that's why you saying what you're saying, and like women. So that's
why did you call? Why did you call? Why did you call? Everybody knows that.
Why did you even call? Why did you even call?
Nothing knows a man like another man. So obviously he knows what he's talking about.
What? My mama know me. What are you saying?
A dude will be able to tell a woman what she should be looking for in a man better than a woman. Who do you listen to when it comes to men?
My mama gonna tell me what?
Your mama tell you what you should be looking for in women.
Yeah, a Christian woman. I mean, she don't give me the whole lineup, but as long as they
Christian.
love God, I can follow that trail. Yeah.
I was about to say something.
Oh, you about to say something?
Fuck it. Say it.
What you about to say?
With the pole.
Oh no, it's space. He got space in the back. He's got space in the back. It's the planet back there. Ain't no poles. He got space back there.
I'm gonna give a disclaimer. Commercial break. Hey, sometimes you just want to live your life, and when you feel like you want to live your life, hey, do it. You just need a pole. I love Jesus. She loves Jesus. Sometimes she got to swing it for the Lord, but she's doing it for me. So it is what it is, and it's going to be what it be. Brought to you by My Life. I'ma live it. So anyway, y'all. Yeah,
back on topic. Moving on.
Sometimes you got to swing for the Lord. That's hilarious.
So, I definitely want to say this because when that news did break, we don't have to stay on this too much longer, but when that news did break, I did notice, of course, a lot of females did have a lot to say about it, and how he gonna tell women this and that, and he not living his truth and things like that. And I remember watching a full YouTube video. It had been like 30 minutes, in which I really, after watching, I was like, man, I probably shouldn't have watched that shit because it was just like one female, like, if he not living his truth, then why should anybody listen to him, stuff like that. So I'm like, well, even if he is gay, why he gotta come out as gay when y'all say come out as gay? Like,
exactly.
Why y'all trying to push him out the closet?
Does it matter? Does it really matter who's sending you the message as long as it's right?
No.
See, the thing,
as long as it's right, I don't care who's sending it.
See, the thing is, and I guess like my issue with it is that nobody has a platform like Kevin Samuels in which they speak to women raw, unfiltered. We've had women speak about women. We've had women speak about men, raw and unfiltered. Since yesteryear, man, when Oprah had her own show and all talk shows and all, they've been saying whatever. But whenever a man speaks about a woman in the same way, they get crucified. And that's why he has so many, they get crucified. Tell me another man that has said anything along the lines of what Kevin Samuels say, and they still got a platform somewhere.
I don't know any. I don't know any YouTube page or any commentator that's talking to women the way he's talking to women, like raw, like just, hey, how fat are you? I've never. That's because as men, we don't talk. Well, we're not supposed to talk to women that way. You know what I'm saying? He's just like, no, I don't care. I don't have a filter. Yes, maybe I'm gay, whatever. But you know what? How fat are you? What kind of job you do? Do you do your hair? No, you don't look good.
And I think another reason why he's able to do that is because they are calling it. Like, you can't understand how you can be getting mad if you're going to give him your energy to call in and ask him his opinion. So for him to be able to take that path, it would have been different if it was like he's kind of like talking and targeting, but he's not. It's kind of like, I'm calling you and saying, hey, look, you know, here's my standards and blah, blah, blah. Give me your opinion. And it's like, okay, cool.
Bet. I'm going to give it to you. How much you weigh? 300.
Yeah, right. I'm not going to talk to you. I'm going to talk to you like if I was talking to you like anybody if they were asking my opinion. And so
he talks to women. He talks to women more like a family member than more like I'm trying to.
Yeah. He's that honest uncle.
He's that honest uncle. Nope, you shouldn't wear it. Nope, you need to put on a blouse. Nope, you look ugly. But everybody needs that once in a while.
Hey, boy, you got bigger. Hey, boy, you got bigger. Oh, you big,
everybody
man,
needs that once in a while. Sometimes a lot of women, I ain't gonna say they didn't deserve it because they called and they was on a high horse. They was on a horse. They was on a horse. Their horse was up here, and then he was like,
"How much you did?
How big are you? How much you eat? Where you work at?" And now they on a donkey.
You know what to expect.
What'd you say, L-boogie?
I said, if you're gonna call his platform, and if you had any idea of his platform before you called in, you should know what to expect. Because if he was just going to guys at first, and then all of a sudden he opened it up to women, if you didn't see any of his platform prior, because if he was talking to men that same way, I don't know why they would think he's gonna talk any differently.
And keep that same. He's keeping the same energy though. That's the thing. He's not changing energy. He's keeping that same energy. I mean, nothing you can do about that.
All right.
Hey, I agree.
That was my 2 cents.
We seemed like we were all on the same page about the Kevin Samuels topic. That was good. That was good. Let's see.
On location, baby.
That next one.
Moving on to the next docket.
You're looking for another victim. Look at him.
No, right? Well, I see look crazy. Spinning around.
So we got.
Look, all we go here is, you see my dog? Don't fall for it, lady. The old dog, the old missing dog trick. I know about that.
I see what you're doing, buddy.
You don't have a Labrador, black man.
Next topic. Should couples go now? Now that's it for the social media.
Hold on. Do you have Jesus?
Oh,
I don't think you do.
I don't. Okay, we gonna.
Does it say that?
Yeah.
It says, Jesus.
It says Jesus. It says Jesus.
All the time. Won't he do it?
Yes, he will.
All right. Obviously, only me and you know he will. Let's try this again. Won't he do it?
He will.
Won't he will?
All right.
You should have tried this again.
I mean, you did, bro. They got to wait in line. They got to wait in line. I'm gonna be first row.
Moving on. Line. Y'all trying to be on this jump forever. Moving on.
Go ahead.
The question. Oh yeah, like I was saying. So we're done with the whole social media outside thing. Now we got some core questions that we're gonna go ahead and ask. The question is, hello? They want to be on the podcast too? What they say?
Who?
Oh, whoever's talking in your background. Ask them if they want to be on the show. They talking pretty loud.
No, I'm just walking by them. Go ahead.
Should couples go through therapy before marriage? That's the question.
How many months are we in? Years are we in? I'm not going to therapy on month 1. We don't need to be together.
No, we're talking about like you're together for a while.
Engaged and before marriage, like you're engaged. Do you need to go to therapy while you're engaged, knowing y'all going to get married?
Together or separate?
Well, either or.
Either or. You might, if you're going to do therapy, period, you might want to do both.
Do it together.
Yeah.
This is what I'm gonna say. This is my opinion about therapy, and it has always been my theory about therapy. First of all, I will say this: I know me and my husband, we went to marriage counseling twice before we got married. But this is my true opinion about counseling. If you're gonna go to counseling and you're not going to be honest or truthful about yourself and be open to the information and tools they're gonna give you, don't go to counseling. Don't go to counseling if you're just gonna sit there and just be a participant and go through the motions. Do not go to counseling. That is not the point of that at all.
Why are we going to counseling?
If you're gonna go to counseling to get you the tools that you need to prepare yourself for your marriage specifically, because if anything we know, all marriages are different. Everybody's marriage and how they go about their marriage is different. But if you're not going to participate and be honest about your situation going into the marriage so that you can get the tools you need to work on your marriage specifically, then don't go to counseling. Don't go to counseling. There's no point for counseling if you, because I get it. Some people are like, I got it all figured out. I can just do it. I don't need counseling. Okay, do that. That's fine. That's you.
Are we going to counseling because we need the help, or are we going to counseling to maintain what we have to make sure it's healthy?
It's both. Counseling to me is both. Because people think that,
I just don't want to pay for
change.
I just don't want to pay for counseling and that be the root of we breaking up. We go to counseling, then we realize we ain't on the same page, and I just pay $69 an hour. Say it again.
Not all counseling. That's the thing. Not all counseling is money. Because I know our counseling, we went through a church. So
oh, Jesus.
Right, we went through a church, so we ain't paying no money. we went to the classes because they were offered as,
Well, I agree. If we getting counseled by the Lord, yes, let's go. Cause he gonna do it.
So Showtime says it's to prepare for marriage.
So Brandon, that makes perfect sense. Where you go to counseling matters too.
Yeah, you're not about to take me to Samantha that works at a Target that also does it in the house. I'd rather go to the Lord house where he's reading from something that I also believe in. So I'm gonna take it further to heart than him reading from a AAA book or whatever book he's telling me. You get what I'm saying?
No, I get that. There's so many big parts of counseling, because my thing is you have people who are going to their friends, right? That's their means of counseling, right?
Right. Then you have people that
which I think is not the greatest all the time, because everybody knows friends and family, anybody that's close to you is going to be biased. They're not going to, and as much as people say, oh, I won't be biased. It's biased. It's no matter how they put it, it's going to be biased somehow.
And they basing a lot of it off of their experience.
If you go to a stranger who doesn't know you or the other person, they really have nothing to feed off of, because they don't know your character. They don't know you. They don't have a clue about you. So they can only give what you tell them, which that's another reason why I say counseling is only good for those who are going to be honest and truthful about themselves, because I can go to counseling and I can give this person, which I know is a stranger, don't know me, anything I want them to know, and then it not help my situation and not help my relationship. So now you have someone counseling an actual situation that's actually not happening, that's not going on. Then at that point, you've wasted your time.
So do you think it should be mandatory? Like that should be a part of the marriage procedure? Like you got to at least do 2 weeks of counseling before y'all even thinking about coming to my church and getting married. You think that should be like part of it?
Well, you keep saying church, right? Okay, my question is, the reason why why I pose this question is because if you're both coming into the situation with baggage from past relationships, right?
Everybody's coming in with baggage.
Right.
Wait.
It's not coming in with baggage.
Wait. You're both coming in with baggage. You're both coming in with childhood trauma, right?
Oh, no.
Wait, listen. Some of us come into our relationships with childhood trauma, right?
Most people, actually, no matter if they think they're not. Most people
So that trauma, especially at certain ages, will rear its ugly head, and your significant other will or have to deal with your trauma. But if you get to counseling first and try to dig deep into, I have abandonment issues. I have security issues. I have a don't touch me issue. Whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be better to really hash that out in the beginning and see if this person is worth you putting that time in? Because I think like my relationship with my wife is very strong. But I think if we had maybe gotten a counseling in the beginning of our relationship, no, not so her, but more so me, because she's very well put together. But for myself, if I'd have had that to deal with some of my shit, maybe in the beginning of our relationship, I would have been so like fucked up. You know what I'm saying? Not that I was like a bad guy, but I couldn't. There's a lot of shit I was still dealing with. You know what I'm saying? And my anxiety, and my depression, stuff like that. If I'd have known that in the beginning, it would have made it so hard for her when I was going through that shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm saying, so it's like if it is not just about as tools as a couple, but dealing with your own shit, so you're not bringing that shit into a relationship.
Tools, right? Those like whatever they give for your situation. That's what I was saying. Like you need to make sure you're being honest with yourself, which like you said, if you were able to sit down with somebody and say, look, I'm not gonna lie, this is what I have going on with me specifically, because I will say this is the one thing, this is probably the best thing they could have asked me and my husband. They asked us both separately, right? And then they said, answer these questions separately and then come together and talk about it. Because everything we had to do, every question we had to answer it separately. So I had homework to do for myself. And then we had to come back and see, okay, this is what the person said. This is where they stand. This is what's going on with this person. But the one question I will say I thought was like the strongest impact, I never even thought about it even before getting engaged, is when we sat down and they asked us, they said, why are you getting married? That was the first question. The first question they came before we even started, like before we got into anything depth, it was just like, why are you doing this? Like, why are you getting married?
To lower the car insurance.
That's a deep ass question, though. If you think about it, it's a deep ass question.
That's a real question. I was like, dang, and we like, okay, all right. And we had to sit there and before it even started. And then what's crazy is the follow-up question after why are you getting married was, why are you getting married to this person? And it was like,
because now you have to examine yourself in that person.
Yes, and I'm telling you, I mean, and I didn't really even think about it like that. It was like, wow, I never even thought to ask myself those questions. And now when you had to sit down and do it separately, because like he had to answer that question by himself and both questions. And I had to answer by myself. And then we had to come back later when we went back to counseling and say, well, this is what he said and this is what I said. And now, are y'all okay with these, like basically you guys got to figure that out. Like, are you okay with how this is why he's getting married and this is why he decided he's going to get married you?
I tell you what, if everybody had to answer those two questions, a lot of people wouldn't be getting married.
Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness. I don't think enough people ask themselves why they're doing it.
So do you have to go to therapy to ask yourself those questions?
No,
like naturally, doesn't that question?
And most people don't ask themselves those questions. No people actually, I think, really think about stuff like that. I think it's just the idea of I want companionship. I think we talk more about like, I want somebody to spend my life with, journey with, or whatever. But do you ask yourself why you want that? Like, why do you want companionship? Why do you want a life partner? Why do you want to do that?
I've heard that a lot of women get married more for the wedding itself than the person they're getting married to. They really just want the wedding.
My wife didn't want the wedding.
For all women, but
not today's women. I don't think that applies to today's women.
Yeah.
I think that used to be a thing a while ago. I don't think that's a thing in 2021.
21, yeah.
Not the modern woman. Not the modern woman. I don't think so.
No. Yeah. And the thing too, what we have to understand too is that we are the first generation of like being we. No, listen. I'm talking about like 33 to about 42. That generation is a generation that's trying not to live like their parents. You know what I'm saying? Our parents' generation, once we got married because of like oh well, I need to start a family, or I'm a woman, I'm supposed to get married, or I'm a man, I'm supposed to get married at a certain time. We are the last generation of that. The generations behind us, they don't do that. They don't get married just because they get a certain age to get married. Yeah. They get married I'm gonna spend the rest of my life with you.
Are they getting married though?
That's the thing. I don't think they're getting married like that.
What is their marriage rate now? What is that rate now nowadays? Like, I don't think a lot of people are getting married no more.
I don't think so, because they're starting to look at the patriarch of it. They're starting to look at the what's the point? What's the point if we're both coming into it?
It's easier to get who you want now.
I think what happened, honestly, the transition of the marriage situation is because with most women now, and certain different people's position is that I am career oriented. Before the pandemic, I am career oriented. I want to have my own, get my own. I'm driven that way. So marriage, yes, it got pushed to the burner. But where that now lies is now when you got those people who got career driven, right? And now they got to a point where maybe they got themselves stable, they got themselves, established or whatever. Now it's like, oh, wait a minute, now I need to heal, but I also need to find somebody who's also healed. And like now everybody's getting into this, like, I need to make sure I find myself before
I don't like that.
You
why?
I don't like that. I want you to shoot. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
It's never to negate the idea of. I think this is where I feel people are negating is like the companionship, like thinking like I need to be all the way together before I tie myself to somebody. But at the end of the day,
I don't like that part.
That y'all are going in together it's a journey. So it's not like I need to be already set. And so then when we come together, we're going to be set, and then everything's going to be set. And it's like that's not life.
No.
Because
I want you to be shooting in the gym with me. I don't want to already be in the game, and now you ready because you was already in the game. No, I want to see you. Was you practicing? Do you know layups? Like, I don't want to already be playing and you playing. Then I'm like, are you? Yeah, we on the same level, but we're no. I like the struggle part.
And you know why? Because you're building something together. And that once you're invested with each other. Now you're invested because you know what? We built this together. You didn't. Yeah, and then the insecurity of, well, you know what? If I fuck up, she can kick me out of the house because she got more than me. Or if I fuck up, he's gonna kick me out of the house. Now we built this house together. It's just like we are.
Yeah, you go upstairs. I'm going downstairs. Ain't nobody leaving.
So
now,
exactly. So the chat Phenom has called out how quiet I've been. And I've been.
I thought you was a narrator, the monitor.
He about to say some wild shit. Watch. Shit. I know my dude. He about to say some wild shit. Go ahead.
I've been listening. I wanted to hear all perspectives. And somebody in chat pointed out that this is a topic that we have already spoke about.
Really good.
And my response to this particular topic was that you all were doing it wrong. And
we doing what wrong? The topic wrong?
No, we're talking about therapy. When I talk about how before, we're talking about therapy. Because what I'm saying to you is this: if as a couple, an individual couple, you say, you know what, let me take a couple weeks out, begin a relationship, and just explore me before I spend the rest of my life driving this other person I'm supposed to love crazy. Get that shit out your system.
But I don't think I don't think you need therapy to do that.
Some people need an unbiased opinion because we're all biased.
I feel like during the relationship part, maybe no. I feel like it's necessary to have therapy before I give you my last name. I need to know your mental. You might have been playing the whole time. Then we get to therapy and I find out you never liked grapes. What you mean? I've been buying you grapes for the last 3 months. I only liked it because you was buying and I ain't want to I need that part.
But that goes back to Lauren saying, if you're not honest.
Exactly. Yeah. I mean, but shouldn't you be honest in your relationship to begin with? Why do you have to wait to get in therapy to, hey, let's have an open and honest conversation? Why aren't you promoting that in your relationship to begin with?
Because
we're all insecure.
The setting, because sometimes the setting to be honest makes it easier. It's hard to be honest. We just sitting on the couch watching TV. Hey, your feet stink. But we in a setting where, okay, we ain't got no judging right now. This person don't give a fuck about us. We can say what we want to feel. Sometimes it's just the atmosphere that makes it easier to tell the truth than I'm trying to tell you the truth in the car while I'm going to Giant.
Absolutely. Because now you don't feel like that pressure.
So then,
right. Like we here for this.
One, we're supposed to be honest regardless of where the place is. And then two, well then don't have a serious situation in the drive-through at McDonald's. Why don't you wait until you get home to where the setting is more relaxed and like, hey, listen, no TV, no TV, no movies. Like let's talk. Let's me and you talk. Let me see where your head is at. Let's be open and honest with one another. Like, why don't you set the not necessarily like the mood, but just like be mindful of your environment.
Sometimes
For a quick example, Adrian's on vacation right now. He's at the beach. Hey, baby, come here. Let's go take a walk and let's talk. Let's, what's on your mind? What's in your head? Tell me something I haven't heard before. You said that there's a time and place for everything. Why you gotta wait until you get to therapy to all of a sudden now let me tell you how I feel about you?
Because
go ahead, B. I got something for you.
Because eating spaghetti in the house and eating spaghetti at the Olive Garden is two different feelings.
Ooh.
Ooh. God. Ooh. Damn. I'll be back. Hey, I'm flying out.
Get off. Oh, I'm done. Oh, I'm done. Thank you, B. See that? I'm done. I'm done.
Brought to you by.
No. It's different. What the fuck does that mean? Don't fly out. It's different. One, you fixed it, and you fixed it the way that you like it, and then Olive Garden fixed it the way that everybody should like it. Like, that's two different. No, that's two different recipes. What are you talking about?
What I'm saying is I'm fixing it the way I'm liking it on the couch, watching TV inside the house. Olive Garden fixing it as in, what is your order? What would you like to? It's the atmosphere. It's the vibe.
So you would prefer the atmosphere of going to a therapist, a stranger that you've never met before, and let me spill out everything to you. Let me tell you all the stuff that I probably should have. We're about to get married. So let me tell you all the stuff that we probably should have spoken about before, depending on how many X amount of years we've been together before we got married. Let me tell you this stuff now in front of this therapist because I didn't feel comfortable. We're about to jump into the next stage of our life, but I still don't feel comfortable being open and honest with you. Okay, so let's go to this person so now I can feel comfortable of letting it all out.
I know you said you had something for him.
I got something for him too.
What I was going to say is it ties into one of our other topics, that raw emotion, because that person you're trying to be a part, that person trying to marry, that person, you're stripping yourself down to say, I'm gonna spend the rest of your life with that person. That's scary as shit. That's a scary, scary thing. And then you're like, okay, I'm supposed to be honest with you, but some things we're not honest with ourselves about.
It's not even that.
So how can you be honest with somebody else and honest with yourself? Sometimes therapy helps you get honest with yourself. Then you feel, now I'm comfortable. Now I can feel, all right, honey, let me give you my last bit, the last bit of me. Now you can get that.
But not only that, go ahead, Brandon. Go ahead.
No, you got to go. Go ahead.
No, what I was gonna say was I'm gonna use this scenario as a situation. This is actual scenario that really actually happened. So we was in counseling and there was a situation where the woman was like hurt, right? She was hurt by her fiance not understanding how he was making her feel, right? Okay. And so, and this is before, and so the counselor looked at the man and said, the situation had to do with somebody else. And the counselor, because let's just say that the man, he felt like it wasn't a big deal. Like, it's not that big of a deal, but you clearly see her crying and hurt. So the counselor said to the guy, would you rather see who you're saying you're going to be married to hurt, or do you care about your situation or your opinion? And that right there put things into perspective, because at the end of the day, if you're marrying somebody, you're going to sleep with them every day, every night. So other people or whatever their situation, it didn't matter. It was like your wife is clearly hurt, and you care more about what the other people, the situation was over her. If that was the case, then why are you getting into the situation? Because if you're going to hurt the person you're going to be laying in the bed with, then you may not need to be laying in the bed with them. And when that person put in perspective, the man, I mean, he clearly kind of was like, okay, makes sense. Because at the end of the day, you agreed, just like she agreed, like, we're going to do this forever. Put the ring on everything. Because don't get me wrong, I remember somebody telling me, when you engage, that don't mean it. Yeah, it's just an acknowledging thing that we're actually in a creative relationship, but we ain't married yet. I could take that right off. So I feel like that counseling kind of put things in perspective. Like, you have to understand that when you're talking about marriage, this is somebody you said you want to be with forever. And if that's the case, why are you hurting this person? This is the person that you're going to sleep with every night, unless you're deciding you're not anymore.
Yeah, but do you need
but do you need a counselor to understand that I'm hurting?
Well, because everybody
understand your point, Shank.
Everybody
need a counselor to tell you that.
But listen,
but you might need a counselor to
realize to
narrate the story. Like, a counselor can probably help you narrate the story better. Like, your significant other is telling you how they feel, and you might not understand. And the counselor's like, well, all right, you understand? All right, let's make a left and say this, and this, and this, and this, and that, and that. Sometimes you need that middle person just to balance things out.
If you're seeing it like, oh no, I think she's just doing the most, or he's doing the most, like, sometimes you need to actually sit down and be like, no, I think you need to actually evaluate.
Right. And sometimes
thinking you're evaluating, but you're not.
And sometimes you can be honest your whole relationship and go to the counselor, and there's still honesty there. The counselor is just like a backup plan. Like, I go get my car checked at AutoZone, I might go to Pep Boys, like, just to make sure.
But you gotta say, Sirius is already the mechanic. He's the one who built the car. Sirius Shane. He built the car. He's the mechanic. He don't need that. I don't need anybody to fix my car for me. I can do it myself.
As a matter of fact, I'm so good at fixing cars. You all should save your money that you're paying this therapist. You can just give me half. You just give me half, and I'll
the therapist. Don't please stop saying that. Y'all keep thinking paying therapists. I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't pay for my therapy.
Hey, listen, I'm L-boogie.
Baby girl, you ain't got to.
We're friends,
baby girl, you ain't got to
L-boogie.
pay for Jesus.
Look, you don't have to pay. We're friends. All of you all on here, we're friends. You all don't have to pay me. If you are paying a therapist, then you do have to pay me. But if you're not currently paying a therapist and you need one, I'm here for you.
Hey, because
I have the unbiased listening ear ready for you.
Hey,
I'll tell you you're wrong. Is that
driving well?
Is that what y'all think? I won't tell you that y'all wrong. You're wrong, all three of you. I'll tell you that you're wrong.
No, it's not even.
Shane, I got a couple questions before we get started. Are you married? I don't want your count.
No, not currently. No, not currently.
Not currently. Hey, in the space with it.
I'm not currently married. No.
I ain't never been married.
Yeah, man.
Well, I am. I'm 12 years. I'm gonna tell you this. Let me tell you this right now. If I'd
where you want to go? Mm-hmm.
If I'd have got the therapy that I'm currently in, if I'd have got to that therapy 12 years ago, my marriage would be even stronger. My marriage would have been stronger, as strong as it is now early in our relationship. Because I had a lot to work out. But now that I'm in therapy,
I think I'm not married yet.
It's a thing. Go ahead.
I think I'm not married yet because I'm not ready to take L's all the time. I heard married men just gotta take L's all the time. Just most of the times it's L's you taking. It's not even. Let me finish. It's not like you ain't got to take the real L's. Like if you mean something, you mean it. But you gonna have to take like 32 small L's, bruh. And I'm not really
even the L's that you shouldn't be taking. Some of them are W's. Some of them are doves, and you just got to take the L. Just
got to take that L. Like I told you, I didn't want potato wedges, but you said you had taste for potato wedges. Well, I don't want them. I gotta take that L because I don't want to argue for the rest of the day. I'm gonna give her potato fries. I'm not ready to take the L yet, bro.
If you love somebody, that's
how I normally love.
Look. She gonna take some L's with you, and you gonna take some L's with her. That's what marriage is.
But are we taking the most?
Are we taking the most?
Are we taking the most?
Are we taking the most L's? And being married is the man taking the most L's out of the marriage.
I'll say.
I'll answer this question. Go ahead. Wait. Go ahead. Y'all talk. I'll answer the question in a second.
I'll say, all right, since the last podcast that we had where we talked about relationships, then I was single. Since then, I've been in a relationship. I'm in a relationship now. And
congratulations. Go ahead. Good job. I'm trying.
Hey, listen, man, it was a long time, man. It really, a couple of mountains that you got to climb to really get to those peaks. You know what I mean? I appreciate it, man.
I got some more hills because I ain't see the mountain.
And out as far as the L's, because you all know me, I'm always like,
you don't take L's.
What's right is right, and what's wrong is wrong, and that's how I feel. And because I feel that way, I've told my significant other, I'm going to speak. She hates it, but I speak as if I know. I can't help it. I just speak as if I know. And if I'm challenged on it, I'll say, Google it. And then she'll Google it, and I'll be wrong as hell. And I'll be like, oh, all right, you got this one. you right. Oh, it was blue.
Look up your pride.
Okay.
So you need justified L's. Like Google got to support any L you take.
No, you have to. No, that's the thing. I am a prove it. You have to prove it to me, whether you're with me or you're a friend. If I think something, and you have to prove it.
Prove to you that I'm hurt.
No, I can see that you're hurt. That's what I'm saying. That
no, you can't.
No, you don't.
No,
No, you can't. No,
you can tell.
No, you cannot. No, you cannot. No, you cannot.
No, you're not paying attention.
Side note. Women have the best emotional poker face I've ever seen in my life. Women have.
Oh my goodness.
Emotional poker face. They could be the happiest, saddest, angriest person in your face at one time. They can hate you and also go get ice cream. Niggas,
Google
don't want no ice cream. We don't want no candy. We don't want none of that. Just leave me alone. Let me play basketball. They will go out there with you and watch you play basketball and be on the sideline mad as shit at you.
Phenom said by poker face he means that women are the best liars.
No, they're not lying.
Pretty good.
No.
I am pretty good.
Hold on. What is it? Hold on. When you're playing poker, that means you have a hand. To have a poker face, that means you don't have any tells with what it is that you have in your hand. That means you can't let that other person know what you have in your hand.
A poker face means
that means you don't have any tells.
I can't tell shit.
That means nothing. When you have a poker face, that means you don't have any tells.
Not a sneaky. No. I can't tell. I just can't tell.
No. What she's doing, she's sparing your feelings. That's what she's doing. Because let me tell you what, when a woman does not give you that full emotion, she is sparing your little fragile feelings because she about to say some shit.
Hey, B,
listen.
You're
hold on. Wait. Listen.
Hold on. You still got something in your back pocket right now. You heard.
Listen. No. Listen, because
hold on.
Listen, B. Go ahead.
Because what she's doing, we all know women will say the most hurtful shit to you that will bust your soul. But what she's trying to do, I love him. If I say this shit to him, what he's making me feel right now, we are going to physically fight.
You know, men can do that too, right?
But wait. Women, what Brandon's saying is, women hide it so much better. My wife has told me shit that I heard her that years ago, I didn't even fucking notice. Because I was caught up in my own shit.
Yeah.
But she's like, you know what? But men, we will be the man. Fuck this, shit.
We don't have that practice. These women have practice since they was 4 years old on how to a strong black woman. Don't you let a man see you cry. We like, boy, you want to leave, baby? Why? She look like so. But she really want to cry. But she ain't gonna show you that.
Women are sparing feelings. So many insecure feelings. Those, I got a dream, baby. And she's like, baby, I got you. Okay, women spare feelings more than you even realize.
Sometimes I don't feel that's fair because we know men have pride and ego, and
their
defense is like something else. Like it's like if I say that, it's like, oh, it's gonna be this, and this, and it's like you're not even trying to understand where I'm coming from. So I have to kind of like
shut the fuck up. I can't talk to you right now because I'm gonna say some shit, and you're gonna kick me out the car. And
real quick. You know what I mean? But that's also something too that I think I don't know. I don't know if it's for I don't know if you guys men learn it naturally, but I know we've been and it's been confirmed. I always knew it, but it's been confirmed. Like men, it's sad to say, like as a woman, we could try to tell you stuff, but they always say men can't learn. They have to learn through experience, which is crazy. Because if I'm trying to tell you something that I don't want you to experience, it's kind of like you still kind of have to. You're gonna end up experiencing it on your own, and I can't do nothing about it. So
I don't learn on experience, but
some people, but they say most men do. Like if a woman was to be telling you like don't do something, right? Like I don't think you should go blah 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 blah, right? And it's kind of like going out of one ear, is going through one ear and going out the other. And the next thing you know, that same thing I told you, like don't do this or whatever, end up happening, and you like, oh, now you understood what I was trying to tell you. But you
is that more? Is that more people? That's just people.
Well, no,
you can't put that. You can't put that on the sex.
So what happens? What happens is, and I'll go back to how when somebody said women are the best liars, because
I never said that.
I'll stand on that. And this is my comment on that.
No, because I'm pretty damn good.
L-boogie. So with that example, you'll say, yeah, don't leave the toilet seat up, because when you do that, it makes me angry, and then you're like, all right, well, it's just gonna make her angry. I forgot to leave the toilet seat up, and the next thing you know, she come in, she takes the whole fucking toilet apart and throws it out the window. I told you don't leave the toilet seat up. Whoa! You said it'd make you angry. You ain't say you'd go and start tearing shit up in the house. You ain't say you'd go storming down the stairs and slamming doors and shit. You just said it'll make you angry. You ain't give me all the details. You just kept it real broad. Hey, look, I get mad when you leave the toilet seat up. You ain't tell me I'm gonna have to be fixing shit just because I forgot to put the toilet seat down. You ain't saying all of that.
What they ain't realizing is I'm only putting the toilet seat up because I care. You could have came into a wet seat. I remember to put it up because I cared. You could have came in and just pissed off. You could have came pissed. I'd rather you fall in the water than to sit like this. I'll be right back, flying out. Jeez.
My thing is, are you being okay? I can see, because I feel like that's another thing too. Women, I think,
and we can tie this in with raw emotion. We can tie this in with raw emotion.
Because my thing is, I give you the first time, you forgot. I told you put the seat down and you forgot, right? But like, okay, at what point do I say, are you considering what I said and how the toilet seat having it down makes me feel, and you keep leaving it up? It's like, are you even considering? Because my thing is, if I have to consider your feelings or anything that, whatever it is that you might have, are you not now considering how that might be making me feel? Because like, don't get me wrong, I feel like women definitely can give some chances. I might give some chances. Like, okay, if I say you forgot the first time, okay, the second time, now it's like, I don't even think you heard me. Now I feel like, now I'm questioning a little bit. I'm like,
Why and not just that?
The third time is like, okay, now I don't even think you're considering what I just said about the toilet seat. Now, are you even thinking about what I told me?
So when you questioned it the second time, did you question yourself or did you question me? So when you questioned it the second time, did you question yourself or did you question me? You say,
why would you question her? Why would you question her?
Hey, babe, no. Remember that I don't like the. Oh shit, I forgot. It could be a simple mistake. Oh shit, you're absolutely right. I forgot. I was in a rush. It could be something. If you're questioning yourself and you're not telling me.
But see, that's the thing. Again, are you considering? Am I a thought when you sit on the toilet after you finish getting up? Oh, my wife doesn't like the toilet seat down. Toilet seat up. Let me put it down, or whatever the case may be. Or that's the question a woman's having. It's like, am I even a thought in his head after I've told him? Mm-hmm. Okay, the first time, like I said, we're gonna give it to you. Like, okay, he might have forgot. Mm-hmm. The second time is like, okay, now.
So how many times does it take before I just literally forgot and is rude to you?
Hold on,
because I might have forgot.
What she said? She said 3 times. She said 3 times. She said 3 times.
I might have honestly forgot. Listen, I might have honestly forgot, and it's the 4th time.
Oh, that's
it.
Listen, what's a divorce?
Hold on. But are you listening to what she's saying? But listen, are you listening to what she's saying? Because women take things a little different than men do. We take shit literally, right?
Yeah.
Women go, wait a minute. Do
You
even
disrespecting me by leaving this
no,
toilet up.
Do you even consider another person that lives in a house with you? Are you that selfish? That's all you think about is yourself. You have to understand how women think different. Than women do not think like they think. Their logic is completely different than ours.
Yeah.
I mean, it really is.
You're right.
So
we're more like, hey, I forgot. They're more like, hey, you being disrespectful. They take it emotional.
Because
we're like,
no, but listen, because you're going, wait a minute, I've asked you this. We've had arguments about this. Now you simply just don't give a fuck.
Conversation about it. Are you right?
Yeah.
Are you even? Am I even a thought, a consideration when your butt sits on the toilet and then you wipe it and you get the hell up because you can't be that much in a rush to just put this toilet seat down.
Hey.
Like it's like, am I even a thought in your head?
I've got into arguments and I'm like, you know what? I understand what you were saying now. You weren't saying literally this. You're like, wait a minute. And it's not taking an L. It's you have to understand she's coming from a different place than you are. Men are we are so full of pride and ego. Sometimes we are caught up in our own shit. We're caught up in our own head because we're taught from the beginning, you gotta be successful. You gotta do this. You gotta do this. So we're caught up doing shit like that. Women are like, yo, just talk to me and let me know, do you think about me? Do you care about me? Is there something I can do to change that? And you're like, well, I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you are, maybe you're not. I don't think about it. Hold on real quick.
But that's what
are we lying?
That keyword like think, like, are you thinking? When I say considering me as a thought, because you can't always say I was in a rush. You just can't say that all the time. You can't.
Why?
Excuses behind every time you use a bathroom. Because my thing is, you have to think of it like this: a woman is definitely if she's in a relationship with you, she's definitely considering you, thinking about you, and whatever it is going on. So now it's the same thing. Are you doing that, and vice versa? Because if that's not happening, then it's like.
I got a question. All right, I keep leaving the toilet seat up, right? But everything else in your life is great by me. Why is this toilet seat so important? Everything else is fine. You eat, I cook for you. You got showers.
First of all, this toilet is gold plated.
So we keep coming back to this one toilet seat. You take it so disrespectful.
What's the key word? And think about it for yourself and vice versa. You said it's important. Think about it for yourself.
Okay.
If I was a woman, I cooked, I cleaned, blah, 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 and you tell me sex is important.
Mm-hmm.
But we ain't been having sex. You're not going to feel some type of way?
Mm-mm.
Oh, you a goddamn lie, B. I can't believe you said that shit.
I love sex.
I said, don't do this. Don't lie, B. Don't lie.
Hey, look. This is why sometimes you need counseling. See, I done lied to her. I'm about to prove your point, love. I'm about to prove your point. This is why sometimes you need counseling. Because I was about to lie to her. But if the moderator wasn't there, if the counselor wasn't there telling me, come on, brother, we wouldn't have got nowhere. There you go. I got it.
You tied it back in. All right,
let's go to the next one, man. Let's go to the next one.
Yeah, we gonna roll to the next one. So, all right, the next question is, what is raw emotion, and how does it affect relationships? Now, this question, I asked this on Facebook earlier. I was trying to get my friends' input, and I was. One of my friends told me, shout out to the dreaded Leo. He says, I was telling him about something that happened in a relationship, about a conversation me and my girl was having. And he said, you know what, it seems as though you might be lacking raw emotion. And I said, what the hell is that?
I have to look it up.
Yeah, you had to look it up, right? What the hell is raw emotion?
I feel like raw emotion is...
Unfiltered?
No.
Unfiltered emotion?
Raw emotion is that feeling you get when you see your baby born. Like you can't explain it. You just
uncontrollable.
It's uncontrollable. Raw emotions have you saying shit you don't mean. That's what raw emotion is. Raw emotion have you saying, hey,
But if
I
you're
hate
saying
you.
it, if it's raw emotion and you say it, then don't you mean it?
Hey, what's the definition she looked up just now? Hold on, I'll come back to you.
No, raw. No,
Can you
I
read
think-
that out loud for us?
No, you're right. Raw emotions basically that you can't control that. That just happens.
Yeah.
That just
Like when
For sure,
somebody
that's
passed
that-
away. When somebody passed
Yeah.
away, or you go to the funeral, you can't hold that back.
So
That's
raw,
raw.
Yeah.
raw is saying in a natural, untreated state. So like, there's nothing. It's just natural. It's
It's
a
just-
natural. It's almost like
You
a,
hit-
a natural reaction. That's what
You
it
hitting
sounds
your toe. You hitting your toe, and you saying "ouch" is a raw emotion,
yeah.
right?
like.
Right.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Now, in a relationship, I don't know what the fuck they mean.
Right.
I don't know
Like,
what raw. You want me
now-
to cry when I see you?
now,
Like
so-
I don't know.
So I know Adrian before has said he
Oh.
spoke on things like
Is he on the
passion.
elevator? He's on the elevator,
He
bro.
got on the elevator.
Look
Going
at
up.
look at his
If
serial
it's
killer
up, if
face.
it's up, if it's
Don't that
up,
look like a mug? That look like a mug on America's Most Haunted. You better see him
I'm
get
back.
off the elevator.
You're
I
back.
heard you, motherfucker.
The last time we saw him.
So
I heard you, motherfucker.
So Adrian would say, I remember before he was speaking about things like passion and you just need that you just need that fight and whatever, what have you in a relationship. And so I'm thinking, Adrian, is that a part of what raw emotion is?
Something like that, where it's just unfiltered, unchecked, it's just like it's coming from that place of just you don't even realize you're saying it until you say it. You're not realizing how you're feeling until you're feeling it. It's just that raw, that it's nothing. You can't really control that shit. Man.
So how does that benefit a relationship?
Yeah, give me an example in the relationship of raw emotion. I don't know a raw emotion in a relationship. Like,
okay,
I
all
catch
right,
you
I'll give you.
cheating and I whoop everybody ass.
No,
That
no.
raw emotion.
No. That's anger.
Oh.
That's anger. You made a good.
Oh,
Hello?
hello.
T-Mobile.
Welcome to
T-Mobile,
Hello.
We
Okay.
lost
T-Mobile.
him. We
Yeah,
lost
me.
him.
Yep, we gonna come back with blood on his face talking about. So this is all emotion is.
So raw emotion is it depending on, I guess, that person is like don't it almost sounds like don't think, just respond, or just naturally just have a response in a sense. Like don't have a thought, which in a relationship, sometimes a raw emotion is good.
Mhm.
Sometimes it sounds like a raw.
I need a
Depending on the thing on here, it sounds like there's the way it's saying, because it says the raw emotion or quality is strong and natural, but not controlled or developed. So to me, it sounds like for a raw emotion, it's like it can work sometimes, but you don't need to do it all the time. Because I ain't gonna lie, there's sometimes you need to think.
Mm.
You need to think. You need to think before you express a raw emotion, depending on what that situation or what it is. But
Can I get an
sometimes
example?
it can be good. It sounds like to me.
Can I get a
raw-
relationship example? I need one in
Okay.
relationship form.
Relationship example: telling somebody you love them for the first time, like when it just comes out naturally. That's raw emotion,
Mhm.
because you
That's
don't
a
think
good-
about you're
that's
not
a
even
good
thinking
raw
about
emotion.
saying it. You're not
Well-
thinking about it. You're like, it just comes out naturally.
Most of the
That's
time,
not
I
true.
get that I love you is with some raw emotions.
I got you, bro.
Okay.
I got you, bro. I get it.
All
I
right.
get it, bro.
All right.
I got you.
It's because the emotion is wrong.
I got you, bro.
I'm tired. All right.
Hey, there you
I'm
go.
tired.
Hey.
All right. Hey, Fazan. Rick
I
Lamone Jr.
I don't agree with that example. I'm sure there has to be another example you can give, but I don't agree with that example because
How is that not a raw emotion? If you're telling somebody you love them for the first time,
when you
you're exposing yourself to that. You're opening yourself up to saying I love you.
Do
And-
you-
and
But
hopefully
you can
the process at the
but
back.
before you
meditate that.
that's what I'm saying. Before you tell a person I love
no.
you don't think about why you love that person or what it is about that person that you love.
Something
I
might
feel
just
like
happen. Something
like
might
it-
happen. You might see them doing something. They might
You don't have a feeling.
some
like
say
it's not
some.
a thought, it's
Yeah.
a feeling.
You
Yeah.
shouldn't be able to. You shouldn't be able to give a definition on why you love somebody. It just should be like I don't know. I don't know why, but something about that person.
That's
I don't
weird.
wanna- I don't-
That's weird.
I don't agree
if
with
I'm
that.
That's
able-
weird. That's weird. That's weird.
If I'm able to define why I love you, I don't want to. I just want that to
Then
be
that,
like.
but if you're able to define it, that means you know the why, and that's what makes it real.
Yeah.
I don't
exactly.
want to know the why. I just want to have that feeling.
L-boogie.
What?
What do you think?
Hey, that's me. Did you what me
Oh my
in my
God.
life?
Yeah.
You need to be able
To
I don't. Yeah, you need to be able to know why.
yeah. That's
Yeah.
why I don't think that's
About that.
I don't think that's a
Don't get
raw
me wrong,
emotion
like,
because it goes through that filter of the why. You know
Because the
why
only
you
thing-
love a person, and that's why
like,
you
that could
say
be a
it.
very dangerous place, Brandon. Like, I need to feel, because then you can feel soon enough, and then you don't have nothing to stand by what you felt before. He's like, wait a minute. So I don't know. That's a little scary.
I don't
Y'all
want to
should-
be able to define why I love the person. That's just me.
Man.
What do you say? What do you say?
He said, yeah,
Oh, I said I'm about to be out. I am on vacation.